Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Katie Krafts. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 Mother's Day gift ideas that you can do that do not cost any money unless you already have paper. If you don't, then you can just go buy some. It's really cheap. It's like $1, maybe $2 for a pack of paper. But today I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of gift ideas that are going to be super cool for your mom. I bet you she's gonna love them. So if you guys want to see these gift ideas, make sure to stick around because we will be getting into the video. So the things that you will be needing for this is a paper or any kind of extra paper that you don't need. It can be basically any kind of paper. I'm using the lined one for this, and you're also going to be needing a printing paper. Oops, sorry about that. A printing paper or a type of printing paper that doesn't have the lines, or you can use any paper, but I'm just gonna use this one because it's just blank and that's the one I'm gonna be using. You also need some paint. I'm using watercolors. I got this one at Dollar Tree for $1. It's kind of messy because I used it a couple of times. You can also use acrylic paint, but I prefer this one because it's more vibrant when it's on white paper. And the acrylic one is thick. It has a thick consistency, so that's why I'll be using this watercolor. And you will also need a cup and fill it up with some water. This is my paint cup that I always use. As you can tell, there's like all these different kind of paintings, or there's like some paint there. So you're gonna need to fill this up, and you are also going to be needing any type of brush. I have a couple, but I will be using this one. You're gonna need a paintbrush. I'm gonna be using this one just to like dab it around. You will also need some scissors and some double-sided tape or some regular tape. It really doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna be using double-sided tape because it's easier and you use less tape. So first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold your paper in half and make sure it is straight and make sure there's no bumps inside the page. And then next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sketch a heart on the paper. I prefer you drawing a big heart first and then shrinking it down to the size you want it to be. So if you don't like the heart, you can trim it down. And if the heart's too small, you need to get another paper. So that's why I suggest you making it big. So if you want to trim it down, you can. And I'm just drawing the heart, and it looks super cool. Obviously, you can see that I messed up on the first part, so that's why I went over with it. So here I am, making the heart shape because you're going to need this in the middle. Let me get my big eraser actually so I can erase this, so you guys don't get confused. So once you have your heart traced out, you're going to want to cut it. If you want to, you can cut it a little bit over so you can see if you like that heart better. So you need to cut this straight because this is going to be the part that your mom is going to see for the gift. I'm sorry, you guys can't see it. Okay. So you can throw the paper away, the extra paper, or you can save it. So, I don't like the, tips of the hearts because it looks, too pointy. So I'm going to trim it down like so. And I'm also going to trim the top because it also looks pointy as well. Okay. And that looks good, so I'm going to take with other pieces, and I'm going to get my tape, and I'm going to place the tape on the heart so it can stick to the paper. Also, guys, don't put too much tape because you are going to take it off, and I think it's easier for you to put only like 1 or 2 pieces of tape, but I put 3 because so it can be secure. Because sometimes, or when I did it before, because I did it also another time, it didn't really stick. So I think that's good. You're going to place it right in the middle so it looks perfect. Okay, that looks nice right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cup of water and I'm going to dip my paintbrush in it and You should clean your paintbrush first before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dipping my paintbrush in and using all the bright colors. I'm not going to be using any dark colors because it's Mother's Day and I don't want it to be dark. So I'm not going to use purple or anything black like that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to dab it on and use different types of colors so it looks colorful, and just keep on doing this and don't let it bleed through. So this is how it looks once I'm done applying all the paint. As you can see that I used some of it. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna wait for it to dry, and then I will show you guys how it looks once we remove the little stencil or piece of paper or whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, so it is dry now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. Also, it's going to be fragile a little bit, so you need to be careful. I'm kind of scared. Okay. So let's reveal it really gently. Feel it really gently so you don't rip the paper. Okay, looks good so far. Now let's remove this. I'm trying not to pull too hard, but hopefully no paper rips off. Okay, yeah, some's ripping off. Okay. Okay. Oops. Ooh, okay. So we can tell that most of the paper on the right side. Now you can just throw this away if you want to, but I can tell that there's a little paint over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fix those edges. I'm gonna you're gonna get your paintbrush now. I'm gonna fix those edges there. So see, let's gonna trace the heart basically, since you know where it's stenciled at. So I actually didn't keep it like this. I traced it over with a marker. So just I didn't keep it like this. I messed it up a little bit. This is how it turns out. It looks super pretty. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to get my marker and I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I have super bad handwriting, but excuse that. So if you have bad handwriting and your sibling or someone you know besides your mom who has good handwriting, you can ask them. My sister has really good handwriting, so I don't know why I didn't ask her, but I think I did a really good job. So that is how it turned out. It looks super amazing, and I think my mom is going to love this. So let's move on to the next gift idea. Guys, I also trimmed it so you don't see none of the white, but it looks pretty awesome now that I trimmed it actually. So yeah, that's how it looks. Alright, so the thing you'll be needing for this next gift idea is some red construction paper. It can be a scrap or a whole paper, really doesn't matter, at least you can make the rose. Then you'll be needing a brown piece of construction paper. And lastly, I'm going to be using this pink construction paper, but you can use cardstock if you have that. I lost mine, so I can't use that. So I'm using this pink paper. It's not going to be as sturdy though, so let's get on to making it. Alright, so for the rose, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to trace it, and you can just follow how mine looks, or you can make your own rose, but this is how I'm doing mine. So after many sad attempts, as you can see, I finally got the rose that I was going to use. So I'm going to cut this out and then basically trace 6 other ones with this rose. Alright, for the brown paper, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to trace a pot. You can use a ruler because it's easier and it makes a straight line, or you can use your hand, even though it might be a little bit more difficult, so that's why I'm using a ruler. But just trace out a pot. I'll show you guys how mine looks. So this is how my pot looks. Looks super cool. And make sure to cut the line straight, and you can just follow how mine looks, like a regular pot, or you can do your own and decorate your own. Like it doesn't have to have the tips if you don't want it to, but make sure you cut it straight. Alright, so now that you have your pot cut out, you're going to need a marker and a pencil. I'm just using my mechanical pencil because it's the only one I got. And then I'm going to be tracing over the word mom with it so I can outline it and when I'm done. So I'm just using it with pencil so I do not mess it up, because I know for a couple of my projects that I've done in the past, I messed up on how I wanted the M's. So that's why I just trace it over with a pencil. And then you're just going to trace it over with your marker and erase any of the pencil marks if you see any on it. So if you don't see any, then you're perfectly fine. Just keep on following the video. Alright, so for this next part, what you're going to need is glue, liquid glue, and a glue stick. I'd prefer to use the glue stick on the pot, so if you put the liquid glue, it might bleed through the paper unless you put a little bit, but that's why I like the glue stick, because you only need a little bit and it does not bleed through. So you're just going to place it down because it's going to want to pop up, so you need to push it down and smooth it out correctly. And what you're going to do next is you're going to get your rows and place them in the spot you want to and glue them with the glue stick. You're going to need the liquid glue in a little bit, but glue 3 of them apart. And with the glue stick, I realized that mine fell on the floor right about this time when I looked at the at my roses. So just place all 3 of them down, and then I'll show you guys the next part. So for this next part, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold the rose in half, fold all the 3 roses that you have left, and then you're going to get your liquid glue and put a line down the middle with the roses. So don't put it on the rose you just folded, because it will be messy. I'm just telling you guys that. I've done that before and I totally regret it. I got really messy. So if you don't want to get messy, then put it on the rose that you already glued down and hold it still there so it doesn't fall. And then you're going to do that to the 3 roses. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to get my green marker. It can be a light green or dark green, but I prefer the dark green because it looks more bold and it looks more, I don't know, it pops out a little bit more. So I'm going to basically be tracing, or not tracing over it, but going over with my marker to get some edges that I didn't get and to make it a little darker, but make sure it does not bleed through because that will make it really messy. And then once I do that to all of my roses, as you can see, they're kind of drooping down a little bit, so that's why I fold them a little bit, fold them in half a little more when they're on the page. And then I just added a leaf, which is kind of like making a heart, and just half a heart actually, and then just outlining it and filling it in with the green marker. So do that to all the roses, and then boom, you're done. And you can trim it because I trimmed mine, but that's basically all you need for this gift idea. Alright guys, so this is how the finished product looks. It looks super beautiful. I really like the roses and how they pop up since it's 3D, as you can see. So yeah, this is also another great idea. So let's move on to the next one. So moving on to gift idea number 3, you are going to be needing a blank piece of paper. It can be the line paper or it can be a printing paper. It really doesn't matter, it just needs to be blank. And then you're going to need some scrap pieces of pink construction paper, red construction paper, and purple construction paper. As you can see, I didn't have any scraps of purple, so I had to use this paper that I used before. You don't need a lot of these. Like, I use this for my rose paper, and then I use this for the rose paper as well. So what you're going to want to do for this is you're going to want to make different size amounts of hearts. So if you don't know what I mean, you just get the heart and fold it like that and make a heart, but I didn't have my ink on. So you're just gonna make different sized hearts like this, and then you're going to, when you cut it, it makes a fabulous heart. So look at it. Obviously I'm not following the line, this is just an example to show you guys. It turns into a heart. So you're gonna do this to your paper, your different papers. They don't need to be all the exact same size. Some of them need to be bigger, some of them need to be smaller, so this is how you do it. So these are all of my hearts that I made. I got some big ones, as you can see, of every different color. The purple ones. I got some medium-sized ones, and some baby hearts. They look super cute. I don't know why they just look cute. Medium size, and then this is a regular size, and then these are some baby hearts. So yeah, what you're going to do, also guys, I want to show you guys this. They came out with like cool stencils when I took them out, and my favorite is the pink because I made 3 hearts out of them. So you can this is optional, you can like paint over it with some colors and you'll make the perfect hearts. So you can save these because I'm gonna save them. And this is how the purple heart stencil came out. Looks super cute. So now to the main one. This is gonna be a card, by the way. So you're gonna fold it in half, and I'm gonna make sure the edges are perfect because I don't want some layers to be overlapping. Okay, so we're gonna fold it in half. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make designs on all of my different hearts. You guys can copy the ones I am doing, or you guys can do your own. I'm basically doing on this heart, a heart within a heart within a heart. So this is how mine looks so far, and I will show you guys how all the designs that I've done on my heart, so you guys can copy them for yourselves, or y'all can make y'all's own design. Alright, so these are some of my heart designs. They look super cute. It looks like it's Valentine's Day, but it's not. It's Mother's Day. You can copy some of mine and pause the video. You can pause it and look at all these cool designs that I did. You can pause it right now. Those are my designs. So, you can make your own as well, but I chose these ones. So what you're going to do now is you're going to get your paper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the heart pieces that I want, and I'm going to use all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them with my glue stick on the paper. This is how I'm doing it. You guys can use liquid glue, but I prefer glue sticks because they are quicker and they dry quicker and they are not messy. As you can see, this was a fail. I put it in the wrong spot and it didn't turn out as good, or not as good, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted to, so I moved it. So yeah, just glue them in the placements that you want them to be, because we're gonna make them look like flowers. Alright, so for this next part, I'm going to be getting my green marker, and I'm going to be making lines down the tip of the heart to make it look like a flower bouquet for your mother for a not Valentine's Day, oh my god, for Mother's Day. And I'm going to be making them like a little bundle, so I'm going to bring all of the lines downward to make a little bundle. So as you can see, I'm at the end now, and I'm going to make them all connecting by the same line or whatever, right there. So I'm finding the hearts that are pointing the direction, and I'm going to, after that, make a couple of lines to make it look like there's a lot on the end. So if you guys don't have a ribbon, you can make a paper ribbon. Just follow along with what I'm doing. So guys, it didn't turn dark, unfortunately, from where I live, so I'm just using a flash to have some light since my light bulb died. So this is how, if you don't have a ribbon, this is how you make a paper ribbon, which I prefer because it's more creative kind of, and your mom will see that, and that's basically what I'm doing for this, or how to make a ribbon. I followed a YouTube video, so you guys can search one up if I'm not explaining it, since I'm actually not talking in this part. If I'm not doing it, if y'all are confused, then y'all can watch the original video. Just search up how to make a ribbon out of paper, and boom, just follow the instructions. So this is how the finished product turned out. I really love it. Super cool, and the bow is made out of paper as well. We didn't have a regular bow or any ribbon. I really love how it looks. And you can also open it too, which I find pretty cool. Yeah. So let's move on to the next gift idea. Alright guys, so for this next gift idea, you're going to be needing a ruler, which I'm pretty sure you have, a blank piece of paper, some scissors, a printer, or you can use any photos that you have lying around. I'm using a printer. I'm using my mom's printer, and I'm basically just printing out photos of us. This is my mom's wedding, and then this is when we went to Colorado. So what you're gonna need a couple of these photos, around like, I don't know how much you're gonna need yet, but what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to trace the word mom on this piece of paper. All right guys, so now that you have that, you're going to want to cut out the letters, so you're just left with the background. All right, so now that I have my paper, I'm going to get another paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the papers, my paper that I cut out, and I'm going to put the photos on the bottom. So look at it. It's gonna look like this when I cut it. So just find the place you want to put them on, and then glue it on. Alright, so this is how some of them look. Obviously I printed the photos with my mom, but this is how it looks so far. And basically I'm overlapping them, as you can see, and then it's gonna spell the word mom, which is kind of cute. So let me just finish the rest of them. And this is how gift 4 looks. It looks super amazing. I think this is the gift that is the best in my opinion, because you just see all those memories. Like, that was Christmas, that was my mom's wedding day, that's when we were in Colorado, that's at Turner Falls, that's when we went for my aunt's birthday, and that was on Christmas as well. So that is it for this. I think it turned out really great, and it's really pretty. Alright guys, that is going to be it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down other craft up videos I should do. They can be origami, how-tos, any stuff like that that's pretty creative. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!